Yeah, when you see the hire, Reggie and I have spoken at length about making ponds.
Making ponds, yeah.
Okay.
That's his thing.
That's his bacon.
That's his thing. Yeah. That is.
He likes coming up with puns.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. He's probably got a bunch of them then, huh?
I don't know if he's got a bunch of them or not. He had like so many.
Them.
Yeah. Then he like.
He's an idea
I told
guy.
him, I was like, oh, so my dad has one. He's like, do you have a picture? I'm like, no, but I can get you one. So I had to text my mom.
Yes, I have a picture of my dad's pond in my phone.
Where so what? And I'm like, hey, can I get a picture of your phone of your pond? And they're like, oh, okay, why? I was like, I got a thing.
I got a guy. I got a guy that wants to see.
Bro, I got a pond. I love fish. I'm all about it.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Yeah. We're doing
if you could see us right now, we are Run DMC. Only painfully white.
Yes. We actually, over the weekend, we did a little Run DMC back and forth together on the streets of Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's true.
We did King of Rock. I think we need to recover it.
There isn't. I would love to cover it, dude. I love Run DMC.
Okay, done.
Yes,
we're covering it.
Yes,
you heard it first,
dude.
Out in December. Merry Christmas.
Raising hell, man. Raising hell.
We won't do that song. Yeah. But welcome to Making Some Podcast, where it's brought to us.
DMC.
Yeah, right? Where it's brought to us by drinkwildbills.com, poddex.com, and grillyourassoff.com, which we need to get the owner on because, we'll talk
absolutely.
about it. But use the promo code BACON at all those sites.
Everything's better with bacon.
Everything's better with bacon, and you get 10% off.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say...
Welcome back.
We got to welcome back. I do want to say, what do you know about jewel pouches?
Jewel pouches?
Yes.
Well, I know that sometimes you could have jewels in a pouch.
Right.
And if that pouch is kind of messy, kind of scuffed up,
it kind of ruins the jewels.
It ruins the jewels.
Right.
Yeah. You want a jewel pouch that is
comfortable,
clean. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back
to the clean sack that you know.
Thank you, everybody,
back
for getting Manscaped back.
Now Manscaped's back on the show.
Yeah. 20% off.
Yeah.
When you use the promo code BACONPOD, you also get free shipping.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only 20% off, but also free shipping.
Make sure you hook them up because they've been hooking us up for a while.
Absolutely.
Great sponsors of the show, and
we're super happy to have them back. It's been super cool, and the reason that we got them back, honestly, is because of you guys. So, it's not because of us. We didn't suddenly buy a bunch of stuff from Manscaped with our own promo code.
Although we should have.
We could have.
Actually, I need more crop mops.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
I did do an order about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
And so
it's been months. It's been months. I've been going through all the free stuff they gave us. But
I'm not.
On our
how much stuff did you keep?
Not a lot. Just they gave us the
son of a bitch.
Well, because when we got the first perfect package,
right?
I had done an order, and then they sent that on top of it. So I had a bunch of crop mops.
I was like, well, you didn't give me that much.
No, I didn't give that much. But they did send us more stuff, and we're giving that out on social media. So please make sure that you check out the social medias to get some fun, contesty kind of things.
For you or your person.
Right. If you go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD, send us your receipt that shows that you used it. You can email it, you can DM us, whatever. You could use our text message number, 516-730-6095.
Nice.
And we will send you a lovely Manscaped product, including something with the jewel pouch.
Yeah.
We do digress.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
digress. Well, aside from all the shilling that we just had to do, or just did by choice, what'd you do this week, man? I mean, we went and saw Rivals.
We went and saw Rivals.
Which was awesome.
It was great. So that
and
was
Dragged
awesome.
Under.
And Dragged On.
Who I had
also
never
great.
seen live. Thank you for introducing me to that band, because holy shit, they were incredible live.
Right? And the singer, Tony.
Dude, absolutely awesome.
Like how
Absolutely awesome.
how do you tour and sing that way every fucking day?
Yeah, I hope we get them on soon.
Yeah.
So that we could talk to him about that. If we get them on later, we'll still talk to him about that. But I hope we get them on soon. But thank you for introducing me to that band, because they are amazing. Guys, if you haven't checked out that band, definitely check them out, because they're really, really
By the way, we gnomed them.
We did gnome them. We did. Yes, we
Yep.
did. And, holy shit, how cool was it that when we did speak to them and gave them a sticker, they knew what the show was.
Right.
That's the first time that someone has kind of like, like, you might not recognize us.
Right.
A lot of people listen.
Well,
some
it was
people
the tagline that
But it's the tagline,
Tony goes, he gave the sticker to Tony
The
from
What's Your
Dragged
Bacon
Under,
sticker.
and he goes, "What's your bacon? Oh, bacon is my podcast. Yeah, I know you guys."
Yeah.
And I was like,
holy shit.
"What?"
I
And Jimmy
I didn't
didn't
even
even
know
catch
it.
it.
I
He didn't
didn't
catch
catch
it.
it,
And I
yeah.
caught it. I'm like, Tony from Dragged Under knows us.
Yeah, we
Okay.
walked away, and you were like, "Did you know that he just
Did you hear what he just said?
he knows the show?" Which absolutely blows me away that anybody listens to this. To be honest,
Right.
like seriously, if you're listening right now, thank you. I'm blown
Yeah.
away that you're listening.
Thanks for making it this far.
That's amazing. Yeah, holy shit. So yeah, well, this is going on way too long.
Right.
Let's jump in. We have Anarbor here. They've been a band forever, ever. If you don't know who they are, check them out. Such a huge catalog of music, starting way back in like their first record was like 2008.
Yeah, and
So-
it's really cool. It goes the gamut of like pop punk, and then their newer stuff is
Dude, it's pop.
electronic.
It's electronic.
pop.
It's dance.
It's-
Honeymoon in Tokyo.
yeah. We
I
do.
love that song, man. I love it.
Yeah, so definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy it. I listen to it. Gavin loves the song as well. So.
It was super cool talking to them. I don't know if we got it on the recording, but like when we first started talking to Slade, the singer, you had brought up that like we had already had them booked, and then I had sent you the Honeymoon in Tokyo song, being like, dude, I love this song.
You need to check it out. I was like, cool. I'm glad you like it. They're coming on.
Right, yeah.
Stay.
And even him hearing that was just like, oh, we're gonna have fun on this podcast, and we did. We had a great
did have a lot of
time,
fun.
and they were super cool.
Yep.
Or they're gonna be super cool. You're gonna hear them in a second. The
And
new
there's
record is out now. Love and Drugs. It is out now. Check it out and check out the interview.
Yeah, and there's fucking turtles.
There is
No, like literal.
literal.
turtles,
Yeah,
tortoises.
tortoises.
Don't even describe it right now.
Yeah, relations.
What's up, everybody? Go ahead, put the lotion on his skin.
Yep.
Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast, where today we have two fine young gentlemen from a Phoenix-based band with a new record, Love and Drugs, out now. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny and Slade from Anarbor.
Hello.
Yo. What's up?
What's going on? You guys are you guys in the Phoenix area now?
Yes.
Yep,
So
both in Phoenix.
I'm in downtown. I think Daniel is in Tempe.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool. I had family in Scottsdale.
Yep.
So
Very familiar.
nice.
I used
Yeah,
to live there
nice
for a
area.
long time.
I lost you, Danny. What was that?
Oh, I lived there for a long time. And funny thing, Scottsdale is rated the #1 most vain city in America.
Really?
It's pretty interesting.
That is
You
interesting.
would think
Well,
it
you
would be LA, but
You got when you got people in there that look as good as you do, my friend.
I mean,
that's how that shit happens.
The sun
that's
beats on us hard, and we look good.
It's cool because like you guys started back in 03. Yes. That's probably around when so I know some of the local bands from back there. So Tolerance, do you guys remember a band named Tolerance at all? Or actually I don't remember the name of his studio, but Corey Spots, he's now he's a producer out there. Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he was actually friends with my cousin, and I used to love his band, Tolerance, and they were like the first, I was a kid, and I was like, holy shit, this is what rock bands do. This is amazing. I need to do this. So yeah,
dude, Corey Spots is awesome, dude. Yeah, he's a super talented guy. He's still doing records and stuff out here.
Yeah. I think he did he does a lot of metal stuff.
Yeah,
and I know he does. And I know he's got his other project, Sevilla. I think they're doing stuff. They're
check them out, yeah.
They're very thrice, dark thricey kind of stuff. Yeah, but very cool.
Okay.
Party.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I like the description, dark thricey. That's great.
Yeah, and I totally know what it means. Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
totally know what it means.
You're totally like, oh yeah,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I feel a little dark thricey sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. It's and then Authority Zero and Greeley Estates. I knew from back there.
Yeah, they're great good homies.
Guys, yeah.
I actually just a couple of months ago, I got a call from our friend Brian, who did our music video for Letter in a Suitcase. Was doing a new music video for Authority Zero. And he just calls me and he's like, hey, can you be an extra in this one shot? I'm like, sure. Why not?
Nice. That's awesome.
You brought up Letter in a Suitcase, and I had a couple questions on your videos because your recent videos are amazing.
Thank you.
I love Letter in a Suitcase. I love the Tarantino-isms that are kind of in it. I love the storyline aspect of it. I want to hear how Slade got an acting gig from it somehow.
Yeah.
I did not, but he was like, bro, you crushed it. I mean, that was our first time kind of doing anything like that, but it was all Brian, the director. He totally planned it out. He's like, you guys, this song is great. I have this idea, and then shot us over to this treatment. We were like, this is like a movie, dude. And he's like, exactly. This is
yeah,
that's awesome.
He's done one of our music videos in the past, and this time around, what we did with all these videos was kind of send either the song or a group of songs to a videographer and just be like, hey, listen to these, pick one that you really like or what you think is something you would want to work on, and kind of just nurture their desire to be creative rather than us telling them what it should be. And that way, I don't know, because I think they are able to translate sound into video and how sound should look a lot better than we can, because our job is to make the music. So
right.
So yeah, they all just kind of came up with these really cool things, and we just kind of went along with it and did our thing, and I don't know, it turned out really cool.
I really love that approach. Then it gets them invested. It makes them feel, okay, yeah, I'm a part of the process. It's not like, hey, I want to do this for this song. That's an awesome way.
As writers, we don't often see our music as soundtrack to something.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's either intensely personal, so it's it's so attached to whatever kind of we're writing. At least for me, I don't want to speak for anybody else.
Yeah.
But for me, it's so intensely personal that I have this thing in my head, and I almost don't want anybody to know what it is because I'd rather them have their own ideas with it. Right. You fall onto the band thing of well, we should be playing in it, and stuff like that. Where when you send it to somebody that their gig is film or making something in a visual medium, when they hear your song, they're immediately thinking of it in that soundtrack kind of way.
Yeah.
In their mind, totally.
Yeah, which is super awesome. I mean, that's such a good idea.
With this song in particular, when we were working on the original demo of it, there was just something about the the drums, and like it just feels very fast paced, and and the guitar and the bass just like gave me this. It made me think of Knight Rider, like just the the intro to Knight Rider from the '80s, David Hasselhoff, and it's just like just hearing the song, I was like, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely a shot of somebody driving some badass car. I was like, that's the only thing I know that needs to be in this, because it just feels like you're driving, like you're mobbing down the highway. That's just how the song feels.
How was it for you guys when when he came to you with the idea? Was it immediate, like, yeah, that's the way we want to go? I had a similar experience where I had someone come to me saying, oh, I want to make this video to this song of yours, and here's the treatment, here's the idea, and here's how I want to do it. And it was like, oh, cool, I never would have thought of any of that, and that's awesome. Let's go. Was it like that for you guys, or was it harder to kind of, well, I guess it probably wasn't hard because you had the idea of kind of approaching it that way, but was it immediate when you got his treatment? You were like, oh, fuck yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, at least for me, when I read it, I mean, we had never shot a video like this. So honestly, I was like, how much time do we need to act? I had a question about it, but once he kind of laid it out for us, I think we were like definitely in. I mean, what were your thoughts, Danny?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
how I felt.
Just having that, because usually when we shoot a music video, it's just somebody telling us like, yeah, there's gonna be cool colors in it, and we're like, all right. we just show up and do whatever they tell
just
us to
trust
do,
me,
and so for this one, I don't know, the idea was just so cool, and I was like, this is gonna be so rad. I just already know Brian, and I know his eye for film and all that stuff, and I thought it would be just really fun to shoot and everything, and right off the bat, he was like, I want like an actress to be like the villain or whatever, or like whoever you guys are fighting with. And I had a good friend of mine who she's like a badass dirt bike racer and all that stuff. So we were like, let's get her in it, and like, let's get her to ride her dirt bike and just do some cool shit. And so, yeah, it was like, we had an idea for it, but it was a really easy flow of like, he had an idea of everywhere we shot, and then we just kind of like messed around and did whatever felt right, and then just waited for him to edit it. And just watching it the first time, we were all just like, fuck yeah, this is so sick.
It's awesome.
Now you've had the songs done and singles planned out for a while for this record. So was this the first of the videos that you did, or did you do a bunch of them at once? Just because I know Honeymoon in Tokyo, you guys sent the song to people in Japan, who then made a video like sight unseen for you guys, and then sent it in. Was that all at the same time, or did you do this one and then it made you feel more comfortable with like, hey, I don't even need to see it, or was it just kind of like, we're just doing this no matter what?
I think we wanted to run with the idea so every video would be different. I think Letter in a Suitcase was I think one of the second ones we ended up filming. It first was Drugs, and then it was Letter in a Suitcase, even though I don't know if that was the order how they were released, but we definitely try to get as much stuff done as early as possible, because you know how this industry goes. Everything just seems last minute, and everything for this band I feel like has been so last minute, and even when we're on a record label, it just seems so last minute. So with COVID and the slowdown and everything, we really had time to like prepare and get everything kind of ready for this release, which was actually really, really nice. But yeah, Letter in a Suitcase was like right around one of the first ones.
Yeah. And the Honeymoon in Tokyo video, the funny thing about it was like, I got in contact with a videographer that was a friend of a friend who just moved back to the US from Tokyo. And so I was like, cool, he'll hook me up with someone. So he told me to download this app so I could talk to them. And, through like pretty broken English, we got through it and got the idea across of what we wanted. And they sent us what do you call it, like a script or whatever, like the plan.
Storyboard type thing.
Storyboard, yeah. They sent us a storyboard, and it was all drawn in like anime characters, and it was really cool. And there was supposed to be, because all I said was like, "Hey, just do some like whatever it is. I just want to see like shots of like the actual city, and and like some sort of dancing would be cool." And they had written some whole thing about like this woman and a samurai fighting in the street or something, and I was like, whatever, just do it. And then we got the video back, and it didn't have any of that in it, but it was still so cool. So it was like, it's really cool to be able to see your own music video for the first time forever, and not like, I got to see it the same way that all of our fans got to see it. Like, they had no idea what was going to be in it. They just were like, Honeymoon in Tokyo, what's that? And clicked and watched it. So we got to have that same experience. And
what was that like for you? Really one, seeing your video like completely through somebody else's eyes, right? But then also like that first time you guys watching it, with it being the way that you did it, you know, like that very first time you saw it, what was that experience like for you? Like, what was going through your mind? Were you just like every scene you were like, fuck yeah? Like, yeah,
basically, I mean, like play by play, it was like, oh, this is so rad. And it kept me invested because I didn't know what was going to happen. Like at the end, I was like, what does this ring have anything to do with anything, you know? And
you didn't see like 6 edits on the way there, right?
No. The only thing they wanted to change, they were like, how do you like the filter? We're like, oh, the filter's fine. And that was basically the only edit we kind of gave them.
Yeah.
But dude, like the very end and like how it plays out, it was cool. Like I would have never thrown that into a music video, and I thought it was going to be completely different. So it turned out really awesome. They did a great job.
And it was like, I don't know. The thing I thought that was the coolest about it is when you think of Tokyo, you think of like, you know, as an American, when you think of Tokyo, you picture these like grand neon signs and just, you know, all this craziness. But like, to actually get a perspective from some people who actually live there, and they're not just showing off like, you know, whatever the Times Square of Tokyo is. Right. You know, it was cool to get like a more legit perspective. So
that's awesome.
I love the random dance. Like, it's like first chorus, dance. So solo section, bridge, dance. Like I love that.
Yeah. Just someone's so cool. I read some comment the other day that was about that, where it's like somebody asks a guy for directions, and then he's just like, just starts dancing.
I want that to catch on. I want that to happen.
Like, I'm gonna do that the next time somebody's like, you know, hey man, do you know how to get to?
Yes, I do.
I'm just not going to answer. I'm just going to dance.
I think I saw something like that. It was like a garbage truck driver, and somebody was like honking at him, so he got out of the truck and he started dancing in front of the car and then moved the garbage truck. That's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So we were talking about it earlier about tour pranks and whatnot.
Yes.
He and I we're in separate bands. We've always been in separate bands. We do stuff together as well, but for the most part, we work autonomously. And but we the way our friendship started was through pranking
each other. A little bit of a prank war,
a little bit of a prank war.
That's how we got to know each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good way.
Yeah, my band almost.
Right.
My band almost got evicted from the rehearsal space because of his first prank.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So
wow, what'd you do?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. It wasn't. You know what? It wasn't even. This wasn't even like a real prank. For some reason, in our rehearsal studio, somebody put a poster of Billy Idol
over
the toilet.
Yeah.
And it was this door poster type of thing. You know,
it was huge.
Huge.
He watches you pee every time you go.
Yeah, and it was Billy Idol. I'd let Billy Idol watch me pee.
I'd let him watch.
But it was like, it was
Billy
framed.
Idol's the shit.
It was framed too.
Right. And my drummer, just like on a random thing, his band was called FFR at the time, and he just took a marker and wrote FFR rules
with a Z, of course.
Yes, with a Z on the Billy Idol poster. Defacing a poster, yes.
You gave it away, put your band name on there. They're like, it was them.
And we
Well-
had never had like any kind of like a jokey interaction, like or anything. Like we were been on the same bills
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and we're friendly.
Sure.
But there was never anything like that. And then I guess the owner blamed them for it as if they were putting their own, if they were tagging a Billy Idol.
Oh.
Right. They called us in. They were like, "Hey, we know you don't rehearse tonight, but we really need to talk to you guys." And we
Right.
were like, "Oh, okay, like no problem." So we go into the studio, go into the office, and they were like, "What'd you do to the poster?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And like the Billy Idol poster, what the fuck did you do?
Just tell us.
And I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, what is happening?"
Yeah.
And sure enough, we went in and they were like, "One of you guys did this," and we were like, "No, we fucking didn't.
Oh
Like,
no.
What do you think? I'm an idiot?" Like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. That's not how these things work.
So
Somebody dropped a dime.
we were playing a show together, and they came into the show, and Mike was talking to me, and he was like, John from the studio just like yelled at us, and we almost got kicked out of the studio because of this fucking thing on the poster and everything. And my brain was like, oh shit, that was us.
Oh, shit.
And so I told them it was us, and it turned into a prank on my drummer because I was like, okay, so we're not going to tell him.
Yeah.
We're going to tell him that you guys got kicked out of the studio. And you have to
Nice.
have all your shit out.
So
And
he's
we're just
the
going to
best.
make him feel guilty as shit.
So we legit, like, when he was pulling up, I like rolled a cabinet out. We
Yeah.
just took the one cabinet. He's like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Nothing. We're leaving." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Dude, you got us fucking kicked out." And he's like, "No. Come on, man. No, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me." No. But didn't
Nice
stop
way
there.
to
And
nice
then
way
he
to
goes
become
to the-
friends there. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He goes to them. He goes, take our room. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? Like,
You had a bigger room.
that wouldn't even happen.
You
Like,
had the bigger room too.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
I lived there at the time because I was booking tours and
Hey.
everything. So I split time between living in the van and in this rehearsal studio.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from New York. I moved here from the Midwest. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do the booking and I'll do all this, but I can't have two jobs then and pay rent in New York. So I was living there, and I was like, yo, you ain't giving them our room.
Yeah.
So then they got back at us at another show by they wrapped my my van, our van in saran wrap while we were on
Nice.
stage, or while we were
Classic.
setting up on stage.
We took shifts.
And then came in and we're like, yo, man, you guys got to come outside. Something's going on with your
Yeah.
van. Somebody fucking did some shit. And we all run outside like, what the fuck's happening? And we go outside, and it's all saran wrapped and everything.
Oh
So
yeah.
then
Classic. Yeah.
On video and everything.
we escalated by while they were rehearsing, we filled, there was 2 doors for every room. We filled in between with packing peanuts and like our demo CDs, and then duct taped the outside door shut so they couldn't get out. And they had to call the owner of the studio to come let them out. And we knew they knew it would be us, and it was around Halloween time, and we were going to be shadows for Halloween. So we were in like skin tight black
Yeah.
fucking Green Man suits. So we were like, let's put those on and be rehearsing in those so that when they run in the room to yell at us, we're all in those for no reason whatsoever. And so they ran in. We were all just in like skin tight black lycra.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then the final one was the ball pit
Yeah.
balls.
They filled our doors with McDonald's ball pit balls on a
Wow.
Tuesday night city show that we had. So 3 a.m. when we got home from a city show, we opened it up and just filled the whole room.
Oh,
filled the
that's
hall with
great.
balls.
That's
We're like,
great.
motherfuck.
Yeah, their drummer was really pissed at us. But
So
we do digress.
yours is fantastic, right? I'll abridge it. You were on tour with Sundressed,
Yes.
got them a hotel room, which
Yes.
you were doing the nice thing. You were doing the
Right.
nice thing. You were the headliner. We'll get you a hotel room.
No problem.
You got the
Sure.
key first. You destroyed the room. You took all their towels. You covered up all their knobs with slippery substances.
Yes.
left condoms full of shampoo.
Yes.
Flipped their mattresses over. All these wonderful things.
Poor guys.
They had to show up, get the key from you, go there. It almost blew up because they were going to go to management.
Right.
Yeah.
right? And you guys had to be like, no, it was us.
It was us, right?
My favorite part of the whole thing, though, is and I'm telling it because you already told it. So
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
Go
No.
for it.
So then Slade is outside and notices that their band is so shook up that apparently they left all the doors open to their van.
Yeah.
So he then took a guitar and pedal board out of the van, put it in their van,
Yes.
Yeah.
locked all their stuff up for them, as
course.
a good person should,
Of
because
course.
what band leaves their shit open?
You know?
Right.
I
Sorry.
couldn't believe it, bro. I could not
Dude.
fucking believe it. I
That's
went out
crazy.
to get water or something. I was like, somebody's got to be in there sleeping or something. Maybe
Mhm.
you know, whatever. They're either pissed off. What happened? Nobody in the van.
No,
Completely not a
nobody
soul in
there.
sight. Couldn't believe
And
it.
we're in the middle
How-
of nowhere.
Yeah.
How shook up do they have to be for that to even happen? Just,
To be like,
I mean-
thousands of dollars worth of gear, whatever.
but like,
The
how
whole
many
van.
band members? How many
I
band
mean-
members had to not think about that?
Somebody
Right.
dropped the ball, and I don't think they ever
Right.
said who left it open. But somebody knew they did. I know that.
Yeah,
they,
you know
yeah.
there was an internal conversation that was like,
Yes, sir.
okay, fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So my question. Oh, and so he took that, and then when they got to the next venue, not only did they wait patiently until the guitar player was like freaking the fuck out because he thought his stuff was gone, they allowed him to call the last venue to see if it was there, to call
Yeah.
the hotel to see if it was
It's awfully
there.
nice of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
But it was also kind of like a lesson, you know?
Well, yeah,
of like,
totally, yeah.
Like we,
this is
we
their
wanted
fault.
to drag it out to be like, to make sure you never do this again. Like, you
Yes.
always check
You-
that shit
you-
is locked.
You guys were in the right.
You
100%.
created teachable moments.
Teachable
Right.
moments.
And I bet they never fucking did it again.
I bet they never did.
Yeah.
I bet they never did. What's up, guys? Going to talk to you a little bit about our sponsors real quick. Just want to start off with grillyourassoff.com. If you are going into grilling season like we are, then you know that you always need a little rub. You always need a little sauce. You need something that's going to help your grilling get better. Help those chicken breasts, right? They get a little dry sometimes. You want to make sure you're saucing them up. You want to make sure those ribs have got a nice dry rub and a saucy rub. Go to grillyourassoff.com. Check it out. I've used their stuff. It's delicious. 10% off with the promo code BACON.
Another place you can go to get 10% off with that promo code, drinkwildbills.com. They've got delicious sodas. They've got all sorts of different flavors, from sarsaparilla to birch beer to you name it. You got your root beers, you got your cream sodas, you got your creamsicles.
Yeah. Sugar-free for you guys.
Sugar-free.
Watching the waistline.
Indeed. And also, they've got some great jerky stuff. They've got the brisket bites are A+.
Indeed.
A+. And if you go there, go to drinkwildbills.com, use the promo code BACON, get 10% off.
One more place you can use that same promo code BACON is our oldest sponsor, Poddex. If you're a podcaster, if you are a budding interviewer, if you are just somebody that has a hard time talking to people every now and then, or want to do something fun with your friends, check out poddex.com. They have these decks of cards, 50 cards per deck, 50 questions. Check it out. Learn things about your friends, learn things about people, learn how to talk a little bit more and be a little bit more comfortable. Always use the promo code BACON. Again, to get 10% off your order. They got cool swag too.
Indeed. And last but not least, of course, always frame the balls.
Yes.
Is that what you do? Frame the balls.
Frame the balls?
Well,
You could frame the balls.
You could, though. You could. But if you got a bush, it's just not. It's the summer.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Use the Lawnmower 4.0. Use the perfect package and go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code BACONPOD. You get 20% off your order. And they've got all sorts of great stuff. If you're a guy who's looking to feel so fresh and so clean.
Indeed. And not only do you get 20% off, but you also get free shipping.
Free
So,
shipping.
Shine up those balls. Get rid of that bush. Clean yourself up. And if you don't
Indeed.
clean yourself up, start.
Yeah.
Bacon Pod, 20% off, free shipping. Check it out. Thank you to our sponsors. Thanks for hanging out. What's your bacon? And I bet that they played better pranks because the one they played on you was awful.
So
but
bad.
they played
Terrible.
better pranks on their openers, hopefully, in the future.
Hopefully.
I hope so, because that was definitely one of the better ones.
So, my question to you guys, though, is that was fantastic. What they played on you was total dildos. That was terrible. It was awful.
That was bad.
What was the best prank that any band ever played on you guys?
Oh man, I feel like the pranks started to kind of fall off like shortly after, like, I don't know, 2013. Like everybody just got a little too busy. But back in the earlier days when we were like fucking going hard and like touring with like Forgive Durden and stuff, and like, dude, they would drive. They had this gigantic bus that they made into like school bus that they made into a van. So they had multiple windows they could fucking just slide down and chuck shit at us. They would piss in bottles and throw them at our fucking van. Dude. I think at one time they emptied their whole fucking trash can out on the fucking freeway to get us, and we were just like, "You're fucking like littering, dog. What's happening right now?" But I think getting hit with like piss bottles was probably the worst, because like you get out of the van, it just smells like a bathroom. You're like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably like one of the better ones, because that's just foul as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
We got the inside of our trailer egged.
Oh
Cool.
shit, that's fucked
Like,
up.
cool.
As we were packing all our shit into the trailer, the drive-by eggs into the trailer, and we were like, it was the middle of the night too, and we're like,
Oh
fuck.
man, that's not funny. I would have.
So we had to like pull everything out and try and wipe it down and hope, like with our flashlights, that we were getting everything, and then be like, all right, it's a hot day tomorrow. We'll find out if anything's scrambled in the morning.
Damn.
Well, what about
That was a rough one.
who were we speaking to? I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about how they had one of the bands they were touring with pissed in like one of those 5-gallon water jugs.
Oh yeah.
Filled it all the way up, and then they ended up sneaking into somebody's van, and somehow they didn't notice a giant 5-gallon jug, and they took a turn, and it just fell over.
Yeah.
Band guys like to piss in 5-gallon jugs for some reason. I don't know what.
I don't understand that.
You know,
don't
they don't
know
like
why.
to. We don't like to pull over, so
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
what it is.
how many Gatorade bottles can you fill? You know,
Exactly.
you get a
Well,
5-gallon jug.
It's the game, man.
You don't pull over unless you're getting gas.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And
That's the
unless somebody's
rule.
gonna shit themselves or puke, we're not stopping.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
And if you're
true.
gonna shit yourself, we're pulling over on the side of the road, and you're being filmed.
You're shitting on the side of the road. Yeah.
Right, and we're driving away from you, and we've got the toilet paper with us. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we asked earlier before we started this whole thing was what's your bacon? So what is that thing that gets you guys to turn off? What do you guys do besides the music thing? Obviously that's like hugely cathartic and stuff like that, but it's still work at times.
Yeah.
So what is that thing?
everybody's got a couple of passions,
right. What else do you guys like? Cooking? Is it sports? Is it whatever? What is
Huge
your
bags
things?
of weed.
Huge bags of weed.
Video
Hey,
games, whatever.
yeah. I mean, I do. I have probably a couple. So I collect plants. I love plants.
Nice.
My house is filled with plants. I've been growing avocados from the seed. So I have like 5 or 6 avocados that I've kind of started, and it's like the little separate glass jars. But
Right.
yeah, man, that brings me my peace for sure. Also, I have 24 tortoises now. They just had babies. So,
Wow. Oh shit.
So yeah, I have like 4 sulcata tortoises. They're African sulcatas, and they're fucking huge. But they have babies in like the summer, and then they burrow the babies. And sometimes, I mean, I obviously try to get the babies and make sure they don't hatch and whatnot.
Right.
But this summer, two of the batches hatched. So I've just been babysitting tortoises for a few weeks now. Right? It's a couple
Yeah, I feel like what's going on in your backyard is like the next big Pixar movie. And, like, you're the villain. And like Slade's
Dude.
this villain, and like his mustache is like his whole character, and he comes out stomping the baby eggs.
Can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see outside right here?
Yeah.
You see them?
Oh, yeah.
humping?
Oh yeah.
They're fucking each other right there.
That is a first.
That is the
That's-
first.
That is a first.
That's two tortoises having sex. If you can see, I don't know if you can, but
we
can
gonna
see it? We can see it. Those are big.
Are we gonna get an 18 and over rating for the first time, for the second time ever?
About that,
Right,
guys.
right.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that.
Thanks.
but I had to show
NSFW.
you.
NSFW today.
NSFW. That's amazing. Well, who the hell who's when you guys go out on tour, who's watching all the plants?
Right.
So my lady does a good job. If me and my lady are both out of town, they're usually good for like a week and a half.
Okay.
And then I need somebody to like at least go around and water them. So
Right.
they're pretty hardy. There's a couple of them that are like obviously finickier than others, and it's been a long road for sure. But yeah, I got a bunch.
Is that something you've always done? Because you guys like relentless tour.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think it started like right around like 2015.
okay.
So my earlier days, I was too young to do anything. I mean, I didn't even have a house or an apartment or anything here. I was living with my parents. So I was doing that for a while. And then once I kind of started to settle down, I kind of started to get bored, right? And then I also have a pond. You know, I love animals and stuff. I got 3 cats, love cats. That's just where my peace comes from, man. My family.
What introduced you to these tortoises? Like, how did you discover, because that's not like, oh, I want a dog, I want a cat, I want
Right. So
birds,
that's like this is a newer thing I'd say within like the past 5 years. My lady has had them their whole life since she was younger. And
Oh,
when
okay.
we started,
Oh, wow.
when we started getting together, we were like, what are we going to do with these? And so I was like, we'll just take them. So we both raised them, and yeah, now we got a bunch of them, but they came from her. So I kind of just adopted them, but
Are you
it's been
keeping all of them, or are you like
No,
setting
dude.
up a tortoise
I don't know.
adoption service?
So I need to do some
We're
research. I
giving
did-
them out at our CD release
our
show on Saturday.
Right, yeah, they're going to be at the merch table.
First
Maybe
20
at the
people
merch
get a
table.
free tortoise. No.
Yeah, tortoises get big. They definitely have a good surface area for like the old school, like when you used to go outside and like spray paint
Yes.
your stuff on a t-shirt. You see tag a t-shirt,
Just
dude.
tag
tag
the
a
tortoise.
turtle.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, I've looked up a couple like rescue places, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Turtles are a lot, man. They live like 80 years.
Yeah.
And they get fucking huge. And usually when people get turtles, they're like, "Oh, this is cool," and then it gets way too big, and they're like, "Now what?" And then they have to give it away. So,
Right.
we don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Good question.
You guys want some turtles?
Hey guys, you want a turtle in New York?
That's awesome.
I mean, I love animals.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm sure
Yeah,
Bruce
hey.
would love them.
Yeah, I
There you
have my dog Bruce would absolutely
There you go. Yeah.
absolutely love.
Maybe eat
Yeah.
it. Maybe eat it
There you
for
go.
dinner. I don't know.
No, he's too small.
No.
He's too small for that.
Oh,
He's,
okay. Okay.
It's like he's a French bulldog Boston Terrier.
Okay.
So he's this little 30-pound.
And his eyes go 2 different ways, so he
Oh,
never
yeah. Oh,
he
I
never
love that.
you could
focus on it long enough.
sneak up on him right from the front.
Nice. Well, Danny.
Danny, what about you, man?
Oh man. I'd say like I don't know, over the past year I think exercise has become really big for me, and then I kind of got like I still go, but the gym just gets boring cuz you're just doing this
Right.
like basically the same shit every time. It's like, "All right, I did 10 of those. Now I'll look at my phone for 2 minutes and then do it again." and
Right.
and there's like no community there. So I had some friends invite me to go try out rock climbing, and over the
Nice.
quarantine, I spent a good week or something in quarantine where I just went down some like rock climbing rabbit hole, and I just didn't even realize what the sport really was. And so I've been doing that for the past like 4 months, like at least twice a week. And like I got my little cousin and his dad into it and a bunch of other friends. And it's just been like a super fun thing that has absolutely nothing to do with music, that
Right.
uses like a different part of my brain. And the rock gym I go to is like a little mom and pop one, and everyone there is a hippie, and it's great. So I've been
That's
doing
awesome.
that a lot lately. And it's like if
Yeah.
I don't get my exercise in during the week, like I just start to become depressed, and then I just eat shitty and I sleep in too much and all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
And for those of you
just
who
talked
don't
to
know,
somebody, yeah, I
we
can't remember who it
did
was.
speak to somebody. Was it Josh from Glasslands?
It might have
Who
been.
did it? I don't know. But for those of you who don't know, there are actual fake rock climbing gyms. Like it's not. It's a real gym.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's
but
a real gym.
But it's like a fake
It's
rock
not a
wall
scam.
and
You're
stuff.
not.
yeah.
I actually
Watch out for the fake rock climbing.
Watch
gyms.
out, fake rock walls.
Get you.
I actually during quarantine did not pick up rock climbing, but I did build a rock climbing wall for my children to put in the basement.
Nice,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
dope.
There was that.
Yeah, it's super fun. Like I don't know, it's such a weird thing. I constantly think about it when I'm like pulling up to the gym. I'm like, if you went back and told yourself like, hey, in 10 years you're gonna be fucking really into rock climbing, I'd be like, all right, bro.
Okay,
Well,
bro.
Nice.
But
I mean,
I don't know, it's been pretty great.
You're
pretty
in
awesome.
Arizona, so have you done the real thing yet, or
So
it's just
I
more of a
haven't-
controlled environment?
Yeah, I haven't yet. Like a big reason I wanted to start doing it in the first place was I've always been scared of heights, and I was like,
Oh, okay.
maybe this will be a good way to try to get over that. And I mean, so far, at least in the gym, like I'm so much more comfortable with heights, but it's a whole different story when you're going up an actual mountain. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, like I know they're putting together some sort of like tour guide group, so I'm gonna try one of those so I know I'm like safe, because I
Yeah.
don't want to I want to do something where I know it's safe and like any idiot can do it, because
Right.
you know
It's not
everyone's
like,
gonna
"Hey,
be
I'm
really
gonna
bummed
scale
out.
this rock face.
Yeah,
see what
everyone's
happens.
gonna be really bummed out if they're like, oh shit, did you hear about Danny?
Right.
Yeah, he got really into rock climbing and then he fucking fell off a rock.
And then he fell off a rock.
So
Oh man.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean,
who
'cause
knows, man? You're gonna be maybe the next American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There's-
and I mean, it goes well with like the whole thing of camping and stuff too. Like me and my girl got into like backpacking over the shutdown, and like I have like 100-pound husky timberwolf mix, and so he's
Nice.
like he loves going camping because he has his own backpack and carries like 50 pounds of shit, and he helps like pull you up the mountain and stuff.
Right.
And like I don't know, I think like nature stuff also has become really important to me because it's so good for like my mental health and like just getting away from shit and resetting to like being a human, like an animal human, you know.
Right.
So
How
nice.
long can you guys go? Like, I know when you're in the writing process or even in the recording process, it's like you're all in and all encompassing. And at what point do you guys start to kind of like realize that you're going a little stir crazy and you need to like hit that other outlet, or you're going to like not be as creative? Like it's going to turn around and it's going to start being like too much, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I think the blocks come. There'll be times when we will be, writing a song and it's not really going anywhere, and we'll just kind of hang it up for the day and take the day off,
Right.
or whatever it is. So I mean that happens, I think the best way to move forward is just to get a fresh ears on it and listen to it maybe the next day or something, the idea, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff when we were making this record where we would like, just come back to it maybe in a couple days, or like work on something else and come back to it, and then you just have fresh ears for it, and now you can hear something that you weren't able to hear before.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when I was kind of listening to some interviews and researching stuff, you guys recorded a whole record and then decided like, yo, this isn't really, we're not feeling it the way that we want to. And then you decided to record a new record, or it was like redoing some of the stuff that you were doing? I know you wrote a bunch of songs for this new record, but was it like, how did that kind of happen? You guys went in the studio, you recorded a whole thing, and then you were like, nah, let's do this again.
Yeah, we did like pre-production for it, so we knew like sonically like, okay, these are the chords, and this is going to be the format of the song.
Okay.
And maybe we had like the chorus or the verse there already. So they were like, we had the whole idea for the song. We just needed to go in and hammer away and finish the final details. But we just weren't totally into it. And there was like, I don't know, was Tasty going to be on that album? I can't remember. Maybe not. I think so. But yeah, I think there was only one song that we ended up keeping, but it came out on our last EP and not this record. Okay. So this record was all new stuff that just Slade and I had been writing like over 50 demos, and then brought those in with our producer Matt Keller and just kind of tried to figure out, all right, what are the best, like what go together the best, what are going to be the most fun to work on, and we just went from there.
So how did you base, like when you went back and listened to it, what was it that was kind of like, I think this isn't what we want to present right now. Let's go in and do this. Like what was it that kind of like, and since there's two of you kind of going through this, how was it like that conversation where you were like, hey man, are you feeling this? Nope, me either. Let's move forward with these other songs, or what went into that? What was the thing that kind of like turned it for you?
I think for me, I kind of realized while we were in the studio doing it, I feel like there was just a lack of excitement, a lack of just ideas coming from everyone.
There wasn't that feeling of like, fuck yeah, we're doing this.
It just seemed it seemed like it was more like the energy was put towards something else, whether that's drinking, whether that's whatever the fuck it is. I just feel like the focus wasn't there. And it wasn't, and you can tell between the songs that we did then and then these now, there's just a huge difference. And I'm glad that we scrapped it, because I remember telling Danny, like, man, what do you think about, should we not do this? And I remember at first, it was like, well, what the fuck? But I think after we talked it out, it was like, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't. We're at the time in the band's, career where we kind of just gotta do something fresh and new and something that's going to excite us, because we've just been writing so much and it just isn't exciting at that time, if that makes any sense. So
it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, totally.
And there's definitely like a sonic shift from Anarbor prior and then now. It's really cool, and I enjoy that. I enjoy that about a band where they're just like, I know a lot of bands get like backlash for changing or changing their sound and stuff like that, but we had somebody on recently and it's just like, you know what, they still exist. Go listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're there for you.
That's such a huge point, because like I think one of the coolest things about this sonic shift is that it adds like another flavor into our live performance. Yeah. Because it's like the whole point of putting on a show is you want to give people like the roller coaster effect, give them the peaks and valleys and like all the different scenery. But it's like, if we wrote the same song again and again and again, guess what? Our live show is really fucking boring now.
Right.
And so
people get caught up. I think people get caught up as listeners to where they're just like, oh, it doesn't sound like their old stuff. But then
they do.
If it does sound like their old stuff, they start to feel like, they just make the same record over and over again. And
exactly, bro. Exactly.
And it's the
there's
same.
No winning, so you can only please yourself. You can only go, well, fuck it. I'm just going to do what turns me on and let's do it.
And again, we were talking to somebody recently and they were like, you know what? Why does there have to be a genre thing? Mm-hmm. Good music is just good music. So, I mean, you guys aren't going completely off the beaten path or anything like that, but like
Anarbor choruses has been all about the hook and all about the chorus from the first record.
The beginning. Right. Yeah. Oh, for sure, like, man. It's always been about that.
There's pop hooks. The hook is there. The hook is everything.
Yeah.
And that's apparent through everything. So it's not like you went from doing like a hardcore punk record to doing a full-on like disco pop record, which even if you did, fuck,
good on you.
Awesome. Yeah. Right? Like,
who knows, we might.
And
why not? Why not?
what was it like? Like, you know, I think Blink-182 has always been a good example because, like, you know, they started out writing songs about, you know, like fart jokes and, you know,
Right.
whatever, just like simple party stuff and whatnot. And like, you know, as they evolved, they got into other stuff. And then like when they came out with that self-titled record when we were in like high school or something, and it was such a sonic shift and like a maturation of the band, but it was like incredible. And then it was still amazing because all the old stuff was still there. But it's like, you know, at some point you've like, if you don't change and evolve as a human being or as a musician or as, you know, whatever it is you do, then like, what's the point to keep doing it if you're not going to try out some new stuff?
I think sometimes, and literally this thought just popped into my head right now, so it could be completely false and bullshit. But I was just kind of thinking, like, as musicians, like, music is our thing, obviously. So we're always listening to new bands that are coming out and listening to new things. Sometimes fans aren't as, music is more their soundtrack, music is more their background sometimes, or it highlights a time in their life and they want it to kind of stay there. And so they're not listening to as many new things. I have so many friends that like stopped listening to, like, not listening, but stopped caring about what they were listening to at a certain point in their life. And they're like, they can name every band and every singer and every song and every album from that period in time. Right. And then after that, it was all just kind of like, yeah, that song's cool. And that's been it. But as musicians, we're always kind of listening to what's happening, and we're always interested in it because we're songwriters, and we want to know new people that are coming out. And we're always passionate about it, and there's always new things that are inspiring us. So musicians kind of, we always want to push the envelope, and we always want to be able to change, and we always want to be open to doing something different. And it creates like that thing with a fan base that's like, I don't know. I don't know if I like what you're doing. And it's like, that's okay.
That's fine.
You listen. I love that you love the old stuff. We'll still play it.
Yeah,
Come to a show. Yeah. It'll be there. You know, like, it's not, you can go get a beer when we play the new song if you hate it that much. And that's cool. And don't worry, your favorite song is still going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and some people don't realize that, like, by altering your style a little bit or growing as a musician, you're not giving a finger to your own old stuff, you know, and it's almost like they take it like you are. They take it like you're being like, fuck my old shit. It's like, nah,
it's not like we come out on stage and we're just like, we're DJs now,
right?
Like, I would get being mad at that. But
if you like our old stuff, you're
still
a
rock fan. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So speaking of change, the way we put change in our pockets, how do you like that one?
That's good. Look at you.
That's called a transition, folks.
Look at you.
We have a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
That sponsor is a little company called Poddex. And what Poddex does is they create little things that help break the ice. They're for budding podcasters or people who want to podcast and don't have verbal diarrhea like we do.
Indeed.
And what they do is they make these decks. Within each deck is 50 cards. Within each card is a question. What we like to have our guests do is pick a deck and then pick a random question. So the decks we have to choose from are...
Here are your choices.
There are your choices. Ready? The interview deck 2.
Incredibly fun sounding.
Yes.
I know.
The episode deck.
Also.
Very, very
amazing.
Riveting. Would you rather? What the heck? The what the fuck deck, and
up from what the heck,
right? Because and how dare you deck.
Nice.
I'm a big would you rather fan.
All right,
if you're into that, Slade.
Yeah, Slade,
you can
which
pick
deck
your own.
Would you like? You can pick a different deck if you want.
Let's do interview 2.
Interview deck 2. I like it.
Go in the road less traveled.
Yes.
I like that.
What's that?
Man of simple tastes.
The interesting thing about pod decks is when you have these decks, they can either be PG-13-ish is probably as hard as they go with these questions, but they also go very Disney. on some of these questions.
All right.
No, they could go rated R. The what the fuck?
Every now and then.
Gone, like,
Yeah, but they even edited out the UC.
oh, okay.
You know,
Let's
they got
see
the
what brain
at
busters you got.
symbol and so there's no telling what kind of question you're going to get. It could be super tame, or it could be like, "What did you just ask me?" We never know. But I will say, for everybody that's listening, you can go to poddex.com. You can check out any one of these decks, plus a bunch more. They have new stuff all the time. They have an app you can check out. They also have a cool merch section. I've said it before. People that put out T-shirts that itch your nipples and have horrible, crunchy decals on them suck. And they are not that company. They are smooth. They're smooth. They feel nice.
Yes. Drax
Feel
would
nice.
approve.
Exactly.
Very nice.
So check out poddex.com, fill up your shopping cart, and use the promo code BACON.
Because everything's better with
You
bacon.
can get 10% off your entire order.
All right, so I'm going to fan these out here. Danny, you're first.
All right?
Mhm.
Would you rather?
We're going from my left to my right, your right to your left with lay finger
All
of
right.
power. You tell me when to stop.
And right there.
Right here. All right. Would you rather, for the rest of time, your voice sound like Gilbert Gottfried or Fran Drescher?
Oh, God.
Oh man. Gilbert Gottfried, because at least I could have some fun with it. Maybe,
All right.
you know.
All right.
I don't know. Prank calls.
Prank
calls.
Yeah. Or you
I
could,
don't even know
you
if you can prank call anymore, but
could get a job at Disney doing
yeah, right.
doing the parrot.
The parrot.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
I like that.
I was
Okay.
like, what? Disney? What was he in Disney?
he was
I don't
he
have
was a
children.
thing. He was a thing.
I don't have children.
All right.
All right, Slade. My
Go
left
for
to
it,
my
dude.
right.
Go for
Finger
it.
power is moving now.
Stop.
Stopping right away. Look at him go.
Better shuffle them, bro.
If you were reincarnated as a famous landmark, what would that be?
Jesus.
Like the one in Brazil?
San Paulo, baby, whatever it is. Shit, I don't know. Fucking Statue of Liberty, bro. So you guys can look at me all the time with the fucking flame in my hand because I'm fire, bitch. I don't know.
You know what I learned? I
like
learned
it.
from Ghostbusters 2 that she's not wearing any underwear under there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we all
hey.
learned that in Ghostbusters too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Well, you know, she was made by the French.
That's true. In
I got it.
ye olden times before
In ye
Manscaped.
Before Manscaped.
Before
Poor
Manscaped.
Manscaped. Nice.
Exactly.
Promo code
Exactly.
BaconPod, 20% off and free shipping.
Yes. Do it.
Nice.
Shazam.
A lot of shameless plugs. We've been
Oh, man.
really shilling hard because like when we went to So What Fest, we interviewed a lot of like super sweaty, disgusting musicians before and after their sets because it was like 96 degrees every day.
Oh yeah, this isn't even a shill. Like
And-
Manscaped
and
sent
it
us
was
a
like-
bunch of they call them the crop mops,
And they're ball
basically
wipes.
they're ball wipes. It's like a little single serve packet. It's a nice
just
little ball
hand
wipe,
them out.
pH balanced for the marbles, for the boys, for the
There
beanbag.
you go.
And so every interview we had, we were like, "You just came off stage.
Yep.
Wipe off your beans.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead
saw
and give him a wipe.
Yeah.
Thank us later.
we saw
Thank us later."
we saw Sebastian from Rivals this past weekend, and he was just like he got off stage and he's just like uncomfortable. I'm
Right.
like, here you go, buddy.
Right.
There you go.
And he
Changed his
he
whole life.
immediately
If
he
he didn't-
immediately turned around, ran to the bathroom, came back. He's like, dude, I feel so much better.
The funny thing
Nice.
is it has trained us to look for somebody with uncomfortable balls.
It's a
Like-
good skill to have.
Yeah.
We have that's what it's done to us.
Yeah.
We're grown men walking around going, he looks like he's
so next
got
time you guys are in the area, Jimmy will sniff your balls.
I won't sniff him, but I'll know.
We'll definitely be able to help them. That's
I won't
for sure.
have
Know
to.
from
Yeah,
afar.
Yeah. I mean, like early on in my journey, I might have had to sniff them to know. But now I can just tell by the look on your face.
So you just sniff them for fun now.
I can just now it's sport.
Right. Okay. I figured.
You know? If they don't notice, then it's okay.
So before we sign off here, once again, thank you guys for joining us. First off,
Yeah, you spent a lot of time with us today.
Everybody,
We appreciate it.
make sure
Thank you
you guys check out the new record, Love and Drugs.
Love and Drugs, it's out now.
It's out now.
Go
They
stream
are
it.
going
Tell your
out
friends.
on tour. They are going to be with The Hire. You saw them on the show, a few months ago.
West Coast,
West
September
Coast.
through November.
I am so disappointed because I texted him one day and I'm like, dude, Ann Arbor's going on tour with The Hire. Let's go. And then you guys aren't coming to the East Coast because you're too good for the East Coast, I guess.
Sorry.
It's too far,
Fucking
man.
Scottsdalers.
I don't know if they're too good for the East Coast or if the East Coast just isn't quite good enough for them.
Oh,
New York crowds are
hey.
kinda
No,
lame.
We love you guys.
No, we
I love
love
New
coming
York,
to the
man.
East Coast.
We
but
know you're just saying
Slade's
that.
having a baby, like right around then.
Can't-
Also, so he's got to
yeah.
be around.
I
for
noticed
that.
you were glowing. I did notice it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I guess being around
Thanks,
those
man.
turtles is a real influence.
It's making me
This
horny.
guy
man.
lives
What can
on
I say?
fertile land.
Yeah.
Tell you.
It's the tortoise in the hair, though, because the turtles are still doing it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, true. You saw proof. You saw proof.
So before we sign off here, guys, let everybody know where they can find everything Ann Arbor and everything you're doing.
Go for it, Danny.
All right. At Ann Arbor, ANARBOR on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Hanging out at your mom's house, wherever we are at Ann Arbor. Just go find us. We've got tons of new stuff, whole new record, new merchandise coming. So come join the party.
My mom, in fact, did really enjoy Honeymoon in Tokyo because I did have it on in the car when she was visiting me recently.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Yeah.
I like this song. And I was like, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
She,
Hell yeah.
she doesn't like my
Wow.
songs, though.
She doesn't like you, son. She feels like you're yelling at her.
I'm always yelling at her. It happens.
he's so angry.
He's so mad. I feel like he's yelling at me.
Oh, man.
She loves you, though.
Well,
She just doesn't like when you yell at her
yes.
in your songs.
Well, actually, a real quick story. After, we were just starting our friendship and stuff. So she saw the video of us shrink wrapping his van.
Yes.
They had their record release show. She came in for it and she saw me and I didn't know who she was. And she goes, "What did you do to my boy's van?" And I was like, who are you?
Side note,
Nice.
she was also high
Yes.
and drinking rum and Diet Cokes and had lost her shoes
Yeah, it was a good night.
and decided to fuck with you because she thought it would be funny.
And it was
She really
funny.
does sound like an Ann Arbor fan.
Yes.
She dug it. She dug it.
So everybody make sure you check them out, whether it's locally on the West Coast
AnarborHQ.com.
or their records. Stream it, enjoy it, buy some merch.
I don't think you were done with the stuff though before you rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
So you did have
I don't
more.
know what. No, that
You
was
did have
it.
more
That was
No,
it.
that was it.
Yeah, you got
Oh.
it.
Oh well, then I'm just the dick.
Just
So
like
you were the one who talked about your mom, and then
Yeah, thank
that
you
was
guys.
me.
Appreciate your guys' time, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you guys
also,
so much.
please remember to ask yourself every single day.
Yeah, that's
Do you guys
important
remember what
The
that
most
question
important
was?
question of the day.
Remember the test
Yeah.
we said there was going to be?
How do you feel about garden gnomes?
No,
That's
what's
wrong.
your bacon?
Yeah.
Wow,
Danny.
1 and 1. There you
I
go.
can't stop thinking about the garden gnomes. So
And that's
maybe
how he feels.
The next podcast.
There you go.
Indeed. What's your bacon? Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Relations.
Turtles had sexual relations
Yeah,
on,
we had-
the podcast.
We had turtles having sex on our show.
fucking tortoises.
Right.
No, like,
But the
literally
verb,
fucking
like
tortoises.
the verb. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. First off, Slade, congratulations on the child.
Congratulations on that. Yes.
But also
And the new record, which is
and
out
the new
now.
record. But also, let the child come out so this way you can come to the East Coast so we can do some hangs.
Yeah.
Maybe gnome them.
We will know them.
Spoiler
For
alert,
sure.
it's happening.
For sure.
It's
For
happening.
sure we're numbing them.
So, Jimsy, real quick.
Yo, you can find me at Jimmy G's Shoes on all the socials. My band Craving Strange is at cravingstrange.net. You can find all our music and all our socials and everything there. If you've been watching this episode on Strangerhood TV, Thank you so much. Please subscribe. If you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to podcasts, please give us a 5-star review. Please give us a thumbs up or whatever it is that they do, because the algorithms suck. And also, check out the video version on strangerhoodtv.com. Version. I didn't even say that. It was like half a word. It was
version.
Sort of the word. Check out the version. Check out the video version of this plus
It's like the
7
Swedish
questions.
fucking chef.
Yeah.
Bark, 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 bark.
Check it out, strangerhoodtv.com. You can see 7 questions on there, too. So
Yes.
check that out. 7
Soon
questions
to coming out.
will be coming out.
As a
As a
podcast
podcast.
as well.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
Where can they find you, sir?
Me personally, you can find out my family life, my musical life, and just me in general at Me My Own Self Mike. Of course, my band, Something Heavy. We've got a new song, Learning, coming out. Please check it out on all of the streaming platforms, and you can learn the announcements of new music we've got coming out on social media at Something Heavy Music. And don't forget to check out Bacon Is My Passion, which has a new single, a cover of The King of Rock, coming out this December.
Yeah! Nice, you said it, so we have to do it.
Yeah.
That means it's not done at all yet.
Right. Well, you know how all the other ones that we've said
That's
is
true.
going to happen is so. Yeah. King of Rock, December 2022.
There is none higher.
Sucker MCs should call me
Sire! To fight my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire!
Yes. So, until next time.
Well, don't forget to tell them to check out baconismypodcast.com, where you can find all this stuff. Links to all our stuff, links to all the promo stuff, all of our sponsors. All of that stuff is on there.
Our nipple-friendly tees.
Nipple-friendly tees, they're soft. Soft-style tees. Check them out, the Grammar is My Passion series. Check out all that stuff. New t-shirt with the new logo coming out very soon. And mugs and maybe shoes.
I like that.
With the new logo coming out soon as well. So definitely check that out. Thank you guys so much for hanging. All of you that are our patrons over on patreon.com/baconismypodcast, you guys are the reason that this thing still exists.
The lifeblood.
Yes. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. If you are interested in helping out the show, please check us out over patreon.com/baconismypodcast. You can find the link on baconismypodcast.com. And just check out what we have over there. Yep. See if it's something you'd be interested in. There's everything from a super low monthly thing to more, but you get all kinds of stuff.
We haven't gotten anybody in the $100 a month thing.
Not yet. But I don't think we ever will. But
yeah, neither do I.
Prove me wrong. Check it out. There's extra episodes. There's a whole different shows.
I hope somebody goes challenge accepted.
Right, yeah.
That'd be sweet.
We have completely different shows on that thing.
Yes.
There's a cooking show. There's a tasting show where we eat horrible things. We cook delicious things, and we eat terrible things.
Right.
So all of that's on there. Ad-free episodes if you want, no ads. All that kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. If you're still here, I can't believe... We had someone that hashtagged us to let us know that they made it to the end of an episode.
You didn't tell me.
Last time. I just saw it today, actually. So I'll tell you when I can look at it again and find out.
Cool. We're going to send them something. And if you made it to the end of this episode,
we'll
send you something. Hashtag made it to the end of bacon.
Hashtag made it to the end of bacon. That's kind of long, but go ahead and do it. And if you do it and send it to us, we'll send you something free. All right? So, thank you guys so much. And remember to ask yourself every single day the most important question. Thwip.
Thwip, thwip, thwip.
The most important thing to ask yourself every day, and it really is, like, honestly, what makes your life better every day?
What is it?
What's your bacon?